we always seen exciting movies from the past. A lot of exciting ones, like action movies or stuff like that. But there's one that was very, very weird, and it's got a mix of like uh what is it, like Japanese or US and stuff like that. And I looked at this and I was like, oh boy, I don't know if this is gonna go well. But let's talk about this movie. This movie's kind of interesting. Came out mid February this year, so let's talk about it. 2017's The Great Wall stars Matt Damon, Willem Dafoe. That's pretty much all I know from this cast. There's a good amount of other ones, but a lot of like Japanese people or Chinese people, something like that. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, this is what we got. It's just about. This is a tough one to talk about. They're searching for black powder that's become embroiled in the defense of the Great Wall of China against a horde of monstrous creatures. So when a mercenary warrior, played by Matt Damon, is imprisoned within the Great Wall, he discovers that the mystery behind one of the greatest wonders of the world. And after waves of beasts, massive structure, his quest of fortune turns the journey toward heroism as he joins a huge army of elite warriors to confront the unimaginable and seemingly unstoppable force. Going into this movie, I don't know what to think about it because I was not really looking forward to this movie. And I was like, alright, let's watch it, get it done, get it out of the way. And this movie is really boring. I mean, it's really boring. There's barely any excitement in this movie. So why was this movie made? Just to make money? I mean, was a $150 million budget. And it rose to over $330 million. So something's got to go somewhere. But Universal for the US picked it up and said, yeah, let's make the money, guys. We did it with 50 Shades Darker, that garbage from the last week. Let's do it with this one. Boy, this is fun. I'm not explaining much about this movie because this is just boring. Like, I mean, it's just boring. Going into detail with this movie, it wouldn't matter because then I would fall asleep in the middle of this review or close to the end. This movie's boring as hell. And I was sitting up and I was like, all right, guys, we gotta do something here. Pick it up a little bit. And I was just sitting there going, I mean, this is a Matt Damon movie too, right? So, I mean, what the fuck, guys? The acting's okay. Nothing special. Matt Damon's the only one, and Willem Dafoe, they're really good. They're trying their ass off with this boring ass script. All the Chinese people are Chinese people. They're all right too. I mean, they're there. But the script is kind of boring as hell. I'm serious. It's that boring. It's that bad. Like, I was sitting there waiting for something to happen, and I kept thinking, okay, something's gonna pick up. Let's keep watching and see what happens. Boring as fuck, guys. I mean, seriously. I could say this for so amount of minutes, but we're gonna take more about this movie and go into detail with this. So let's keep going. The action scenes are okay. They don't look terrible. They're just not exciting. They're just there. They're there to make movie to make screen for a movie or something like that. I mean, it's I just didn't care, and I was watching it just to sit there, and it was just there. Well, like it's just there. I mean, you got some action set pieces that are cool and kind of thrilling, but it's just there. I mean, we got a movie that could have had some potential of excitement. You know, movies like these could do it, but they just didn't with this one. I don't know. Some of the editing is actually kind of shaky at time to time. It's kind of awkward. It's like, oh, okay, oh, all right, that's something. The cinematography is actually okay. It's actually pretty good. I'll say pretty good. They didn't know what they were thinking at times, but they did make something happen, I guess. I mean, the first act of this movie is there. It's setting it up, and you don't care, I guess. It's just there doing stuff. Second act is really boring. Like, I mean, really boring. You got amount of talking and everything. That's why I said the script was boring, because it's boring. Like, What else do you want me to say with that? It's boring. Like, I didn't care at times. And watching it, you could have realized, oh, this could work, but it isn't. Why? Okay, let's talk about this really quick. They're doing another accusing of the whitewashing with Matt Damon playing a character. I mean, who cares by this point? I mean, you know, Hollywood's gonna do this no matter what they're gonna do. They do this at times, and they're just like, oh yeah, let's set it on there to set it on there. I mean, I didn't care about it, so why would I care about the whitewashing by this point? Like, it really don't matter. It's just like it's there, and it's just doing what it's set to do, I guess. That's all this purpose movie was trying to do, was just do stuff, I guess. I mean, that's what it was set to do. I mean, there's no logical reason to give a shit about it. I mean, people who love it, I guess, just talked about it. I mean, but it wasn't intended for a Chinese character or actor, I guess, so who gives a fuck? But this movie's so boring. Like, I keep saying it, it really is boring. Like, boring beyond belief. Movies like these, are they boring all the time? Like, I need to know, because watching it, I was just there. I was sitting there watching it. But the first act, like I said, is kind of slow. Second act, so boring. The third act has some action scene of stuff, but I just didn't care by the end because he had the second act that was trying to build something, and I was bored as fuck. Like, bored as fuck. But you get explosives and everything in the third act. You got arrows shooting out and everything. And I was like, all right, pretty cool, whatever. I don't want to talk about it as much because I really didn't give two shits about it. I didn't expect it to be this boring. This is one of the most boring movies in the top 10, down of all time. There's plenty of other ones that done that, but this is one where I was going, okay, guys, just do what you're going to do here. I mean, you got it, guys. Whatever. I mean, you got other companies from other places, I guess China, I guess, and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. But there's tons of other companies from other parts of the world, and they put them on here. Universal, like I said, must have saw it and went, you know what? Let's pick the movie up and let's just see what we can pick it up here. Let's see what we can see with this. But this movie almost felt like a summer movie once again, like with Gods of Egypt. It was a $150 million budget, like I said, over a $330 million box office. So I mean, that's okay for what it is, I guess. I mean, it's there, like I said. I mean, seriously, it's a short review. I mean, what else do you want me to say? This is just boring. Like, really boring. That's the most disappointing thing about the movie. It's just, it's boring. You got so much talking and everything, and you're just going, you know what? By this point, I don't give a fuck. Let's just get on with the movie. But this is what we got. I mean, I'm already falling asleep just trying to talk about the movie itself on this review. Like, seriously. That's how boring it was. And Matt Damon movies usually aren't that boring. I mean, he's been in great movies. Like, literally, great movies. I mean, come on now. He's been in um, Bourne franchise. He's been in The Departed, Saving Private Ryan, The Martian. I mean, a good amount of other movies. I mean, holy shit, this man could do something. And I was watching this, I was like, this is not a good Matt Damon movie. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I felt bad for Matt Damon. He was like, yeah, I want to do this movie. But for an hour and 43 minutes, I didn't care by this point. I just didn't give a fuck anymore. Like, it didn't matter. Who cares? So I'm just going to go ahead and do the overall now, because, I mean, what else do I want to talk about? I mean, the acting's, it's good for what it is. Script is so boring. It's so boring. You got boring dialogue, boring talks and scenes, and I was like, I don't care anymore. The action scenes are pretty good for what they are, for what's in the movie. Throughout spreading the boredom in this. The editing's okay, I guess. The cinematography is actually pretty good. The first act was slow as hell. The second act was boring as fuck. Third act actually picked up, but that didn't say much because it's already too late. You're already in the third act with all the boredom after this. I don't give two shits about this explosives and arrows and all this bullshit anymore. I don't care by this point. But I mean, this movie could have done something, and it bored the fuck out of me, and it probably bored the fuck out of everybody else. And the whitewashing of the movie, I mean, by this point, I didn't give two fucks because the movie was so boring out of my ass. It was like whatever. I mean, this director, that's from, I guess he was from, I guess China or somewhere around there. I don't know what he was thinking. If he makes movies like these, then I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, Matt Damon, William Dafoe, and Matt Damon. I mean, I feel bad for these guys. I mean, these guys could do better, and then you got all these other guys, and I was like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, let's just move on from it and just continue on. And this is a boring ass February movie. I've never seen February movies actually be this boring, but it's true. It's what it is. I'm gonna give The Great Wall a C minus. I mean, I enjoyed the movie for the action scenes and all this other stuff, but the boredom really brought it down. I mean, oh fuck. You know what? Fuck it. I gotta give it a D plus. That boredom really brought it down. I was thinking C minus, but I was like, damn it, I can't do it because it's so bad. That boredom pissed me off so much. It was like, gotta give it a D plus now. It's really boring. I tried for an hour and 43 minutes. This couldn't work with me. I tried everything with my heart. But, sorry, I'm at Damon William Dafoe. You tried your asses off for the Great Wall, but D plus now. But that's my review for the Great Wall, guys. And until next time, peace out.